If you are an international speaker and you want to go to another country to speak, here is what I would recommend to you. Hey, this is Iman Aghay, serial entrepreneur, best-selling author, and international public speaker. The question that I have in front of me is this. I've been invited to speak in another country, but I heard that I can't legally be paid for it. Is that true? First and foremost, I am not a lawyer, so I cannot legally answer these questions in the way that you counted as a legal advice. However, I can give you some general ideas about this based on my knowledge, and that means based on my knowledge as a Canadian. If you're American, if you're from another country, then you have to actually talk to the border services of the country that you are heading to, okay? So just so we are clear. Now, there are lots of rules, and depends on which country you are from and which country you are going to. The rules and laws are actually very, very, very different. So if you are an international speaker and you want to go to another country to speak, here is what I would recommend to you. I would highly recommend to you. Before going to that country, you pick up the phone and you call the border services of that country, right? And you ask them, you say, I am being invited to speak in this country. I'm wondering if I can actually speak. And if I can speak, can I get paid, okay? So here's the thing. Sometimes you can't even speak at another country. Like that's kind of pure. You cannot get on the stage in another country unless you have a work visa, right? In other countries, you can actually get on the stage, you can deliver, and you can get paid, and nobody cares, okay? So there are so many different rules between the countries. Now, also there is another piece to that. Sometimes the piece to that is this. Sometimes you are not getting paid as a speaker, right? So you are going to another event, to another country, you are speaking, but then if you are going to another country and you're speaking, you as the speaker is not getting paid, but your company is getting paid, especially if you have an incorporated company and your company pays a set salary, or your company pays a salary in any way, right? And the company is getting paid, but not you, then the laws can be very different than if you get paid directly, okay? So that's why I say I cannot give you legal advice on this, because it really depends on how your company is set up, how you are set up as taxes, which country you are going to. For example, if you're Canadian and you are going to the UK or you're going to Australia, those are Commonwealth countries, and there are very different laws between Commonwealth countries than there are between, like, for example, Canada and US, right? So Canada and the US have different laws than Canada and British and the UK, right? So it's kind of like, it really depends which country you are from, which type of passport you have, and which country you are going to. So you need to always pick up the phone, call the border services or an immigration lawyer, and ask them their advice about this. This is not something that I can give you one solid advice, but sometimes for many countries it's not as pure and simple as, hey, you can't get paid and you can't go there. For many countries you can totally get paid, and for some countries you can't. So always pick up the phone and call the border services and ask for advice.